Come with us as we show you our honest experience of ascending Volcán Acatenango and Volcán Fuego in Guatemala. After a lot of research, we chose Wicho and Charlie's as our tour company, checked great reviews and the right options for our group of 4, me, my husband, and his parents. To start, we met at their office in Antigua to be briefed, stock up on supplies, and eat a light vegan breakfast. Next, we piled into a car to head to the volcano. We were so excited seeing the eruptions in the distance. I want to acknowledge something apparently very controversial. We arranged to drive up in the 4x4 that takes up all of the bags. For our group of non-hikers and older adventurers, it was the right decision. And I'm sure there are many others who are not all able-bodied or who haven't trained for the intensity of this hike that would appreciate this option too. By all means, choose what makes you happiest, but this was a game changer for us. After an hour and a half of driving, we were greeted at the start of our hike by spectacular views. We had about an hour hike ahead of us that was moderately difficult, but very doable. You'll even have a few dog pals with you if you're lucky. If you look in the distance, you'll see where heavy lava flows carve valleys in the rock. Soon, you'll arrive at base camp. There are a number of cabins below and above with bunk beds and sleeping bags for all of the travelers. Ours was a 6-person cabin that we had for our group of 4.
Here's what it looks like on the outside.
Wicho and Charlie's base camp has fantastic direct views of Volcán Fuego. There's also a main dining area and fire pit where everyone can gather. Thanks to the car ride, our first 3 hours we had the whole camp to ourselves to relax and watch the eruptions and all. Honestly, I can't emphasize enough how incredible it is. We enjoyed a quick lunch of pasta salad interrupted briefly by eruptions before our fellow travelers arrived. Not long after, we departed on the optional hike to Volcán Fuego. About half our group went, and I want to be completely honest with you because our guides were not. This hike is very tough. The path is very steep and sandy, and the altitude only multiplies the difficulty. Even the experienced hikers in our group struggled. The guides told us that it wasn't too hard and really undersold it, so I just want you to know the truth. For our group, unfortunately, we couldn't remain for more than 20 minutes because it was rapidly becoming dark and cold. We also weren't lucky enough to see any big eruptions because of our brief stay. We could hear many of them as we were hiking there and back, but that's the luck of the volcano. In retrospect, we might have remained at base camp to watch the eruptions around the fire. We got back to camp a few hours later, exhausted and relieved, ate some dinner, and watched an eruption or two before heading to bed. We skipped the sunrise hike because we were still exhausted from the day before, but still got up to enjoy sunrise from base camp, and wow, was it beautiful. After a quick breakfast of rice and beans, it was time to head back down. This time, around 5 extra hikers joined us in the car ride. Overall, we had an amazing time and would absolutely recommend Wicho and Charlie's as a very professional company. Come prepared with altitude medication and respect your limits, and I promise you will have one of the most unforgettable experiences of your life.